Hello everybody and welcome to my third channel, the B1. You may know me from my main channel, the B3, or my second channel, the B2, and now we have the third channel, the B1. It's kind of confusing, it's a backwards order, but my main channel has a bunch of big, cinematic videos featuring the CMF characters, not this one yet, we're getting to that. And then my second channel was supposed to be for unboxing videos and kind of more casual content. The way YouTube's algorithm works is if you're having videos that not all of your audience watches, it kind of hurts the rest of your content. So I decided to move that content over to my second channel, but then that channel started doing pretty well as well. So now we've got the third channel where just all of the very, very casual. I'm not editing this pretty much at all, so I'm gonna have to do this in one take. So yeah, that's basically the reason for this video. We can maybe get into more of that as we go along. But I just went to the Lego store and I got some pieces. So we're gonna unbox some pieces from the Pick-a-Brick wall. And I tried for the very first time, there's the build a minifigure station. So there's 3 very cursed minifigures in here that we'll get to later on. But first, please subscribe to this new channel. We're trying to build it up. That's one of the goals for this video and this launch of this channel in particular is I want to get this channel monetized to potentially get you even more content in the future. So we're going to open this bad boy up and see what is inside. So the way the Pick-a-Brick wall works is they used to have cups and now they have recyclable boxes. That's actually one change that I'm okay with, them switching to boxes. Of course, the CMF minifigure box switch has kind of been a fiasco. But these used to be in these plastic cups that were round, and Lego is not round. So it kind of makes more sense to be able to make a square box. If they made a square plastic thing that you could reuse, I don't even know if that would be useful because this isn't a lot of space. But regardless, you're able to pack however you like. So we were able, my brother and I spent probably 10-15 minutes just putting all these pieces together, min-maxing. I think that a box is $18 plus tax. And so this is so many more pieces than I would have gotten from a $18 Lego set, especially, or even Bricklink, which is where I buy most of my pieces. They charge by the piece. So this tiny little window pane here would have set me back maybe 5 to 10 cents. And I got probably 50 of these in there. So that really adds up. All that yapping aside, let's dump this out and see what we've got here. All right, that's good for the first little batch here. So the way the Pick-a-Brick wall works, I've already explained it, but there's a bunch of different bins or whatever. I have this is the only picture I have of it, and it's not even of me, it's of my brother. But the first big piece I have here is, or the only big piece really, is these, what is it, 1x6 red panels, but it's the corrugated iron look. I have 2 of these in blue that we use in the 22ville storage container, and so now I'm super excited to have a red one. In theory, you'd have more of these to have maybe 6. You can build a pretty good storage container, but you can do the trick with the sideways panels, and it looks just as nice. So red storage container incoming. I know they make a bunch of different colors of these. I should just buy them on Bricklink. But, that's for a later day. Another big piece, let's get these out of the way. These purple windows, they're the curved panel type. And I want to get 4 because, of course, you could do some cool thing with, this alien test tube or, I don't know what. Was this in the Friends space sets, maybe, of last year? What else we got? We got these brackets. I made this really cool pattern of a tower of brackets because you have to stagger them so they're not on top of each other. This is surprisingly the most space efficient way to do that. We've also got some purple ones. I got more of the medium nougat because those are a lot more useful, I would assume. I don't know what I'm going to use. Maybe with this I'll use it. And then let's see here. We've got these black kind of corner curved slopes. These are very interesting pieces. Let's get this, let's do the one actually. So if you combine 4 of these together, it creates this really weird shape. So Lego makes these arch pieces that kind of go along with this, so you can combine them with these to make maybe more smooth surfaces. But this just looks like a dome. Right away it's reminding me of some animal's nose. You could do this a dog nose. This kind of looks like a very cursed version of Clifford. But speaking of cursed, let's crack open the build a minifig thing. So yeah, they have, let's hold on. I gotta not show these spoilers. Gotta work on YouTube retention, right? Even though I should not care at all about with this channel, but whatever. So you get 5 pieces in your builds. You get a leg, a torso, a head, hat, and an accessory. My hands are very pale, sorry about that. So this is our first one, and you'll notice right off the bat, I did not try to like make a good looking figure at all. I was just going for, again, min-maxing the pieces. A box of these will set you back $10, which is actually like decent compared to a CMF, which is $5 for one figure. So you're getting, I can't do the math on the spot here, I want to say like 1.5 times more figures that way. But let's name this guy Larry, but it's a Pepper costume figure. Hold on, should I grab that? Normally I edit these out when I like stand up to grab something. I'm not gonna do that this time. I'm gonna keep talking. You're gonna have to deal with this. The microphone is getting quieter and quieter as I walk across my room and grab, she dropped the milk. All right, here we go. I'm so sorry. This is the Pepper costume fan from Series 22 featuring Milk. I had to pick that up, she dropped it. And what am I going to do with this? So yeah, the Build a Minifig wall is notorious for including so many different like, random recolors that we really don't need. But they're fun recolors, so I love it. There's actually a couple more in here that we're going to get to later. But let's see this face. So we've got some chops there, some orange sunglasses, and no alternate face. But this torso is incredible. It's like a Viking, I think, alternate. It's a very furry coat. It could go right along with the Gerald from Series 25. And then I just realized this mermaid is wearing jeans. What? It's got pockets in the back. What's the deal with that? What is it? So it must be like a mermaid costume. I guess this is maybe lore accurate then. He's at a costume party. He found... He found a Pepper top and a mermaid bottom, and he's going on a Viking biker Pepper mermaid. That's what I want to be for Halloween this year. And then this is just like a very nice painting of a flower. I want to say in my Lego Revolution video in the mansion, I was running out of pieces that looked like artwork on the wall. This maybe looks more like hand-drawn artwork with like the splotches like that, but very nice to get like a 2x3 print of that. Very fancy. As we move along here, let's see, we've got a lot of window panes. These are the big variety and a lot of the small variety. We've got some of these things. These look like mixel joints or toe hinges, sockets, but I think it's like a stud connection. I might have one of these, but it's a really interesting piece with like how it's connected in the middle there. I'm sure I'll find some use for this. That's the beauty about this though now. So for the last probably 2 years, if you like this video, here's a little plug. On my main channel, I have channel memberships enabled, where you can pay as little as like 99 cents to get over like 100 of videos just like this with all the rambling and awkward moments like this. I need to be a better salesman. Okay, it's really incredible, right? 100 exclusive videos with behind the scenes extras, and the sneak peeks are kind of outdated now because they're for videos that I've already posted, but it's still cool to have kind of an archive of like what I've been doing. But as I was saying, the reason that this channel is so great and the Bricklink hauls on my memberships has been so great is because I can more confidently write off all of these pieces on my taxes, right? I do Lego for a work, for my business, and all these little pieces go towards that, right? I might not use 100% of these, like, what are these? 1x1 dark green studs with a hole in them in a video, but one, having them on like hand is very useful for trying different things, brainstorming, experimenting, prototyping. And if I need them, then I don't have to go out and spend more money. So it is like efficient that way. And if I'm filming them, I'm making content unboxing them, then it's like a double win. It's like double for the business. I get content out of the pieces themselves and content out of the videos I film myself building them. So that's one great part about that. But what's not so great is that YouTube made this weird change to the membership program. We got a bunch of these 1x1 clear blue tiles. I've got a bunch of the 1x2 variety, but I need some of these to, even them out. When you're trying to like cover, what do I have here? Cover a base plate with 1x2s. I like to stagger them, right? So I put one 1x1 here, a 1x2, and then all the way over here, and then another 1x1 there. And so you could stagger them, so you don't have like the ugly grid. You can have them nice and neat like that. So you need a bunch of 1x1s to facilitate that. Anyways, YouTube made a change to how the channel pages look. And they pretty much made members only videos public in a way. Not where you can like watch them, but where you can see them on the channel page. And I'm very particular about like thumbnail or like the video content. What do you call that? Library of work, will you? Like, I really miss the 22ville days where, like, all the characters had their own video. They were all in the thumbnail, their build. It just looked so nice, like, those thumbnails together. Nowadays, it's a little bit more touch and go with, like, sometimes they give them different costumes or sometimes they're not in the same format to shake things up a little bit. But what was happening is that all of the members' videos were on the main page, like these 1x1 corner blue snot bricks. And it just looked awful. First of all, it looked awful. Second of all, so many people who weren't members were clicking on them and just getting disappointed. They're like, oh, I have to pay for this? What the heck? And I feel bad because on one hand, like, I want to provide value to the members. Obviously, I'm very appreciative of them all. Hello, by the way, if anyone is watching this who's also a member on my main channel. But I also don't want to like take away anything from anyone who isn't able to or can't pay 99 cents a month. So I'm rambling here. Let's open up some more things. We got some very compactly tight. Oh man, see, this is the problem with unedited videos. This is normally how I talk. This is some very tightly packed bricks. What am I trying to say? I don't know. I'm tired. No, but what I'm saying is I don't want to like gatekeep content, and so my memberships don't even make that much a month, because YouTube takes like 60 to 70% of what people pay, and I'm not even sure like the members realize that. And so it's really not like financially, I don't know, not viable, but like wise to do that, to put a lot of time into that. So putting some time into this. It's not a lot, obviously. Like as soon as I stop recording, I'm gonna post this thing pretty much, but we're working smarter, not harder here well, this was very much working hard because I had to put all of these are like the longer masonry brick types. So it's like a 4x4 cube of them. I've lost my train of thought. Let's open up one of these ones. All right. So, and I'll save that one for last. But we have this guy. So I've got a couple of these. I'm not going to go fish them out now because they're literally in another room. But I believe I have the red one, the blue one, and maybe a green one. I know there's like 9 different colors. And is this the new orange color, by the way? I just realized that. It is. That's fancy. So it's a 3x3 brick costume. He has another, it kind of looks like artwork, but it's like a pirate one. A very fun pirate video coming up, by the way. That's exciting. This amazing hair piece with like the mustache built in, and it's just a scraggly old gray head. And then this head is super cool. He's got like a silvery mustache with that silvery printing, a beard, glasses, and an alternate face where he's just like knocked out or passed out or something. I don't know if this is from something specific or like with a lot of these, it's just like exclusive to the Build a Minifig wall. Not wall, it was like a little station. But hey, I'll take it. I'm sure I'll get plenty of use out of this guy and this guy, even though this guy's name is Larry, this guy's name is Clarence. Wait, isn't Clarence? No, Larry is short for Lawrence. Sorry. And then his feet kind of match in the sense that they're orange. Is that red printing or is that dark orange printing? Probably just red. Anyways, it's like a little cast for a little kid. He's got a smiley belt buckle and it says, "Oops, you broke your leg. Sorry, bucko." So yeah, we've got this guy here, Clarence. So that's exciting. But what's potentially exciting is this channel, right? I'm testing this out and seeing if I can get this monetized and if I can like get it making more than the memberships made, I might end up phasing out memberships on my main channel, which is kind of sad. Like, I'm super appreciative of it, like I said, of all the members, I think there's like 200 of you, which is crazy. But even then, like, I make like $100 a month based on that, because like YouTube takes most of it. And so if I spend well over that on multiple Bricklink orders, which are for the main channel. It's all like it all goes places, but not this sentence. This sentence is not going anywhere. We've got some round half cylinder pieces, very fancy. So you can like stack them like this to make it just look round with a hole in it, which is actually very useful because then you can put a Technic axle in there or other pieces that like can slide freely. But we've also got some leaf pieces. I didn't want to get a ton of these because they're kind of big. And I got a ton of these bright green ones. Also some sand green ones. Also some coral of the small ones. What else? We have a lot of these pillars. I might just even like leave them like this. I'm doing something that the video I'm working on right now actually will use a lot of these probably. So that's very handy to have. These are the 1x2 masonry brick types. Let's pour out these things. Oh boy, that's a lot of stuff. Okay. So my brother and I saw that. I'm sorry. We walked in, we saw this bucket, and we were like, that is huge. I use these a ton in my videos, and I'm always losing them because you drop them on the floor. I've got this like weird carpet at the moment that like if you drop them, you're gonna lose them, and so it's just nice to have like a bunch on hand because then you can combine them. They're all very. Can you hear that? How squeaky they are? I don't think you're supposed to really put clear pieces together like this. I think it's probably bad for them, like the chemicals in them like mold or meld together long term. Anyways, let's test it with Larry the Mermaid. You can put these on there, and then I use this a ton in videos because then my hand's not in the shot. So very nice to have. And then on Bricklink, they're like 50 cents a piece. So I packed them in. How many did I get here? Probably like 10 or 15. So right there, that would have been like $7. So that's half of this box pretty much. So once again, the pick-a-brick wall, super useful. I might have to use it more often. I wish I lived a little bit closer, or if it was a little bit closer of a drive to a Lego store. But maybe soon it will be. We've got some 1x2 lime, not very interesting, but 1x2 highlighter yellow plates is very interesting. Let's get a brick separator here so you can see this. It's just so vibrant, and it makes this color look just weird next to each other. This, I don't know why I know this, but the Crayola crayon version of this is laser lemon. Comment below if you knew that. We got some 1x3s. Again, I'm using a lot of gray pieces for a certain gray minifigure in Series 25. So it's very nice to have these and these to go with that. 1x3s especially. I think I was running out of those. I'm looking behind me. Yeah. We're going to save the last minifigure to the very end of the video. So let's just jump out. Oh, here, actually, let's dig through this bin. Actually, one more thing before that, though. The final reason that, like, it's not just like a money thing, right? I don't know. The memberships thing, it's partly the business. Like, this is my job, so there's that. But also, like, again, like I said, I don't want to gatekeep content, and having them like public on the main channel just did not work. I really wish YouTube didn't do that. I emailed my like partner support manager, and he's like, well, you can like make them unlisted and put them in a playlist, share the playlist with the members, which that's what I'm doing. That's what I was gonna do anyways before he said that. But it's not the same because I don't know. Anyways, I didn't like reading these comments. So this is like my hello. This is my fancy no editing method. I just have all these comments on this here. Why is half your recent content members only? The other issue is that I was posting way more members unboxings than like main videos because I would like need a bunch of videos or a bunch of pieces for my main channel videos, and so I would do like 3 or 4 members unboxings per 25ville episode, and just looking at the layout, it did not look good. So like, yeah, this guy's saying half of your recent content is members only. This guy's saying 99% of my videos are members only. And these comments just, they started to get to me. Not fair. You made a new video and my mom does not allow me to join. Please restart the video. Crying. You know what I mean? And then this one, you used to be my favorite YouTuber. Now I hate you. Every video is now members only. So I wanted to avoid that. And potentially this channel, the B1, could be the way to do that. So that anyone who wants to see that can see it. And I don't know if we would keep the memberships just to do the emojis. That seems a little bit like silly. Like I'm not really providing that much value for people paying 99 cents a month. But maybe if there's any members in the comments or any non-members, drop your ideas below to see if we can work something out. But what we can work out is more of these coral leaves. I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but we've got a lot of fern pieces. I literally just got these in a Bricklink haul, but they're at here because, again, Bricklink, they're like 20 cents a piece or something. Different stores have different prices. But then there's shipping, and I don't know what the tariffs are gonna do to all that. I try to stay like buy in the U.S. anyways, because shipping on Bricklink is ridiculous. I can't imagine what it's gonna look like now, buying things overseas. But we've got these fern pieces, which are very nice for foliage. I literally just said this in the last video. But you can also combine them, maybe not different colors, but these dark ones especially, there's this technique going around where you can combine a bunch of them together upside down like this. I'm trying to do it. There we go. And just combine, I'm sorry, I would normally edit something like this out, but we're not editing at all. You combine a bunch of them together to make like this really cool pine tree, and maybe these could be used, not to build like a tree like in the Shire set. I think it has a bunch of these just randomly sticking out of the leaves, and it just looks awful. Like the entire Lego community agrees that like, that tree is the worst part of that set, and it's $270, so yeah. Yeah, we'll move past that. But then we got some D-snot here. This is very useful. So unlike normal snot bricks, which stands for studs, not on top, if you don't know, this one has 2 of these connections, but most of them just have 1. And you can connect bricks to it. So let's like say that you can connect this masonry brick. But you can't turn it very easily. Let's go. Hold on. Let's build up a little example here. Right. So this is a corner. It's very useful to like put things at a corner, especially like if you want to do something like this. Lots of fun techniques with that. But what you can do with D-snot is put it right there in the corner, and then you have this really cool thing that can be angled, because it doesn't like conflict with the pieces it's touching right next to. So a lot of fun rock work or building techniques can be done with that. So I don't really have any of them. I think the only ones I do have is like in a Speed Champion set. And so I've torn apart Speed Champion sets before. Don't you worry. It's a very regular thing actually. When I'm working on a video, I look up on Bricklink like, oh, what sets does this piece come in? I need more of them. And pretty much always there's a Speed Champions on there that's like, you know what? I think that's time to retire. So anyways, I've got a whole automotive graveyard that I may or may not have a D-snot in, but now I have like 10 of them, and it costs pennies. I wonder, yeah, how many pieces? I'm not gonna. Now that would be content, right? Just counting all the pieces. That's what my dad always says. Like, hey, you should count how many pieces are in your entire collection. That would, first of all, would take like days or weeks even. But I'm wondering if it's like a million almost, you know? And then you'd have to like take apart all the sets, or like somehow, I know that on Bricklink or Brickset you can tabulate sets and stuff like that you own. Oh boy, that would be a big project. How long did it take for Mr. Beast to count to 1 million? Didn't he do that? I don't know. I'm getting off topic, but that's the point of this channel. We've got some bright spring green. These are very nice because if you just do this, right? These D-snots, actually that's a bad example. Where's the blue ones? The blue ones? Here we go. So the blue ones, right, the weird Lego geometry, you can't like put a piece on these because they're too far apart. They're like an awkward angle apart. And these ones I think are even too close, these guys. I don't know why they're like that. They're like 2 studs tall only. So that doesn't fit on there either. But these ones, they do fit on there, and you can stack them up all the way. And so you can even fit 4 studs on. And I actually think the way this is like this, you can maybe combine it on the bottom here. Or maybe the top. We'll do one of each and see which is which. We're just testing things down here. This is exciting right here. All right. So in theory, the way this is set up is, can it connect to that? No. Can it connect to this? Yes. Okay. So yeah, D-snot can be used in conjunction with these 2 tall snot. I say snot a lot. I'm sorry. It's just the Lego lingo. And there's like burp, big ugly rock piece. I don't know who came up with this. But I know I came up with the pieces. Well, I wish they had some better pieces. Let's be honest. Like, some of these are useful. I'm glad I got all of them for only 18 bucks. But if I had to choose which pieces were on the wall, I mean, they probably wouldn't be there anymore because people would have snatched them up. Realistically, but if I had to choose, I might have chosen a few different varieties. As is, I'm very happy with it. Like these brown chairs, I literally also needed them for the video I'm currently working on, so that's huge. I don't have to make a bricklink order for that. These window frames, I was literally building something yesterday that needed these, so now I have an ample supply. Let's just dump out all of these pieces in my hand. Yes. We've got some green cheese slopes. I noticed as I was building like the river in the ecosystem video, I was running low on those. And so I should have ordered some or like put them on a list literally a year ago. But now I have a bunch of them for cheaper, so that's exciting. Some bright yellow flowers and some lavender flowers. A lot of these corner round pieces or tiles in both light gray and sand blue. More of these 1x1 tiles in both the transparent blue and transparent. Ooh, we got some skin tone round tiles. Anything else to point out? Ooh, I used a bunch of these in the dinosaur skyscraper. These 3x3 plates in dark blue. Very, very useful for various things. Some more gold bar things. Not like gold ingots, but like bars that are the color gold. I think I've talked about pretty much everything. There's these dark green grass things that you can combine with this to make like a piece of grass. I use these all the time. Or I don't use these, but I use like the ones with 3 prongs all the time. Can I literally like reach and get some from the city? These ones are like the old style, and they have the stud right built into that, and you can connect flowers such as this to that. But I don't think Lego makes these anymore, or if they do, they're not in a lot of sets. This is what basically replaced it, and it's a little bit unfortunate because you can't just like place this on a stud. You need another piece, so it gets a little bit more expensive, but it arguably looks a little bit better. I'm a sucker for like the nostalgic old grass, and I have a ton more of these, but I can't deny these are also very good, nice, and you can fit even more flowers on these. They do make these in the 3-prong variety, but you fit 6 flowers on one stem, so that's kind of cool. So 1x1. See, this is exactly, if you like this, you actually will love all the 100 Bricklink unboxings on the membership tab. Which, by the way, I wouldn't like make those public still. I might, if I continue the memberships, I would like keep those on that. But yeah, I just like babble and say like, should I talk about this piece? Nah, and then I just talk about it anyways. So I'm not talking about this piece. We've got this like great slope thing, which by the way, they finally made like a cheese slope that's like 2 long cheese without the grates in it. I think that was just introduced last year, so that's kind of cool. Did I talk about this? Ooh, these are kind of fun. I might have gotten 4 of these or maybe just 2, but this is like a new type of door frame that I think was featured in the museum, the modular museum set. But it's like 1 frame and has 2 doors, like a double door. And so I just thinking of the Lego movie, right? Sorry. What is it? Vitruvius calls Dumbledore. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but you get the 2 doors in the single door. I think it's also in the not Nook's Cranny, one of the Animal Crossing sets. Resident Services, Town Hall. So there you go. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but we've pretty much talked about everything here and kind of the reasons for this channel. It was very disjointed, but I hope you enjoyed watching, and wait, don't leave yet. We've still got the last figure, And it's Cheese Man. He's very angry. Where's his accessory? Okay, here we go. But yeah, this is... Do I want to leave the room again? I don't know. I might have one of them around somewhere. This is a pizza costume guy. I might leave. Okay, I'm sorry. I will return. All right. Where's the pizza guy? Is it over here? No, it's in the other room. Is it in here? No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Found it. Okay. This is the pizza guy. There's also another like cake one. I'm not gonna like tear up the room looking for that. Is it in this bin right next to me? Oh, it actually is. Okay. So this is also from the Build a Minifig, I think, wall. Like several years ago. I bought it for my food video last year. No, 2 years ago. Oh man, time is crazy. But so yeah, this was the original one. This was the second one. They also made. Oh, I'm not going for that one. It's actually right behind me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They also made a watermelon one. I had all three of these guys featured in the food video. I just realized that now. Which, by the way, his legs are very, like, loose because I, like, stood him on watermelon. Like, real-life watermelon that I tried to make into Lego bricks. And it got super sticky, and so I had to wash it. And so now he's, like, very, like, lubricated. His joints are, like, very loose, if you can tell on video. There's no resistance. Oh, there's a little bit more resistance on this one. But, I don't know. So there's that. But they made a Cheese Man. And I don't know. I think there's like this guy, there might be specific like combos of pieces that you're supposed to do in the Build a Minifig wall. I just kind of grabbed what looked cool. So maybe there's like pieces that go with this cheese. But I'm just happy to get the cheese costume. And I'm sure we could scrounge something up. Maybe not this color. I remember having this conversation. We should combine her with, combine him, the cheese costume, the big cheese, who cut the cheese, mac and cheese, subscribe, cheese. But we can combine that with the suit from the Lego Batman movie. I'm not leaving again to get it, but we could. And it's the same color as that. I think that was Tangy from Animal Crossing. One thing I want to try, though, I've seen people do these. You can, like, I think they're exactly 1/6 of a circle. And so now we have 4 of the 6 pieces. This is like Trivial Pursuit that you can combine to make one big circle. I'm sure, like, I've seen mocks on Instagram, actually, of, like, all of these being, like, pizza. Like, one big pizza with the slices. Or, I mean, I'm sure you could do it with anything. Like one big wheel of cheese, one big watermelon, I guess. So that's exciting. I wonder if they're ever going to do more of these. I'm not going to waste your time putting those back on. I'll show you the rest of them. We've got a cockatoo, the same as the one from Series 27 Pirate. That's kind of cool to get an extra one. This very angry Glasses face, and then a very happy little, like, bucktooth Glasses face. And then this wizard torso, or it kind of looks like a wizard torso. I don't know if this was used in any other themes, or again, it's exclusive to the Pick-a-Brick, or Bricks and Minifigs. Build a Minifig wall. Bricks and Minifigs is a different store. But it's very cool. It's got this like scarf sash thing and necklace. Here, let's zoom in for extra detail. A bunch of stars, a belt. I kind of want to get into building like more medieval custom figures because it just looks so cool. So that'll be great for that. This will be great for like a Western if I ever do that. If Lego ever releases a cowboy CMF, oh, I'm so down. That'd be a lot of fun. I have a lot of video ideas like that. Like, if the next series includes this kind of figure, we're doing a cooking show. What? That would be kind of fun. Like a Lego, what is it? Where there's one of them, yeah, this guy. We could do a cooking show with. What does that mean? A cooking show? I like teach you how to make something. There's a bunch of channels that do that. Most of them are like content farms. So I'll leave that to them. And I might leave you with this. I've got a lot of sorting to do now. Bricklink, like, they come in these nice sorted bags, and maybe I could have brought my own bags to do that at the Lego store. But for, like, again, this, like, total cost me, like, $30. And, well, not with some of these extra ones that I brought in. But a $30 Lego set, you're looking at like 300 pieces. This is probably close to 1,000, if I had to guess, with all the little guys. So, price per part is off the charts. A lot of bang for your buck that way, and you can get a few bigger pieces too. Even if I got like, if I remove these, I could have gotten way more pieces because these take up quite a bit of space. But they are more expensive in sets and on Bricklink, so I decided, you know what, let's compromise there. I'm gonna compromise the video by ending it. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on all the membership stuff. I thought maybe I should have had it in one concise segment, but long story short, it was gunking up the main channel, so I decided to remove it from like being public there, and now it's like weird. It's like a weird middle ground. I don't want to gatekeep content, but I also want to not like scam the member, not scam, but like I want to provide value to them. So this is maybe an option, if for whatever reason this channel does well. I don't know who's watching at this point, but if someone does, I'd want to, bring smiles to as many people as possible, and whether that's through the membership program or through this, we'll have to find out. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know which. Oh, I have to name this kid. Frederick. We got Frederick, Larry, and Clarence somewhere. Let me know which one of those is your favorite in the comments below. Tell me about your Lego store experiences, because it's so rare that I get to go to one. But thank you again for watching. I'm going to say that so many times, and I really hope you enjoy the B1, even with that weird Clifford nose. Goodbye!